What's cracking, guys? Welcome back to another video. This is going to be the next installment of doing stuff to the Del Sol. As you guys can tell, hopefully right behind me I got the Sol there. I am running it, you know what I'm saying. So really juiced about that. But these are my DC2 Recaros. I've had them for a really, very long time. Shout out to Hoseby. If you're watching, dude, I still got them. Always will. They're never leaving. There will always probably at one point always stay in a Del Sol, so props to you. A long time ago, I went over to Hoseby's house, my friend Hoseby's, like, long story on that, but Team Del Sol, or Team SoulCal, I bought them off him. His brother actually made rails for me to put them into the Sol, but the rails kind of broke after a while, and then now I want them back in the Sol, but there's kind of like a weird little caveat. We'll get into that, but like I said, here are my Recaros. I do have to clean them up a bit, but first step of business is actually I'm going to take the passenger one to the shop because, bam, as you guys can tell, I got a lot of room for activities here, and that is because I pulled the Bride out of here because it has wedge seat rails for the Del Sol with sliders. So the hope as of now is that I can take the Recaros with me to the shop, pull the rail and the slider off. Damn, look at that. Hella dirty because I got a new radiator. I got the cooling plate on, so this got coolant everywhere, all over it. Kind of sucks, I'm not gonna lie, but what up? Valve cover looking dope. Definitely got a lot more to clean, but yeah, Sol's running super well. The carbon cowl, guys, I'm just gonna have to re-clear that. That whole buffing, it kind of lasted, but it sat in the sun, and that's what proves that it's just done. But right here, this is what we were talking about. So here's the Bride I fucking took out. What's up, bro? What's going on?
Sick.
Yeah, so I took this Bride out, and I want to put the Recaro, so I have this in, but I kind of forgot that we did. I'm gonna clean them, so sorry for the back. These are Del Sol rails with sliders, but I don't have the slider anymore, which is gonna make this really difficult. But Hoseby and his brother, we made some, ghetto brackets that seem to still be working. The driver's side actually broke. As I was driving one time. I was like hitting VTEC, I hit boost at the same time. The front weld snapped and it threw me backwards, but if I didn't have cubbies, I would have been like in a back seat. So I was just like, oh my god, for hella long. So that's why I was like, I need different seats. But I actually got the Brides from like Loki hella years ago, so props to you, bro. Still got those. Again, always will. There's certain pieces that I just don't see why I would get rid of, but the hope is that I can basically take this rail and slider off and somehow get it to attach to the bottom of here, because this is more solid, but the Brides are also side mounted, so gotta kind of configure these two. So this is gonna kind of be like an ongoing project. Hopefully I can get these two paired up and then getting to clean these. So like I said, definitely going to be a project. Hopefully I can get this knocked out. Probably not today because I got to leave early today, but we'll work on it. We'll work on it. But for the most part, I might be able to just get this in the passenger side bolted down, just double check some stuff so it's secure. But then I'm really going to have to work on the driver's side because the driver's side doesn't have any brackets. Alright guys, so I'm out here at the shop late at night, Friday. Today's objective is, shout out to Izzy, still YDGing. He actually made some, he actually sold me this carpet here. I don't know if you guys can see, it's at night. I'm just kind of letting it chill. But yeah, I'm trying to get this all kind of set up so that I could get it in the Del Sol. I hope this isn't as dark as it looks, but it might be. I don't know. Center console has to come out. There's a screw there, and on the opposite side, this center panel is going to come out, and then there's like 3 bolts there, 3 bolts there. This pops off. I'm going to try not to have to take this off, but then you will have to take off the seat belt down there, and then you should be good. And then I will pull this seat out, and that should be able to get all the way around. You should be able to get the carpet out, so that's what we're trying for. All right, so that's the interior with both the seats out. Cubbies next, back 3 panels, and then should be good to go. So I got my side panels here, and underneath it there's these guys. So I might find a good way to pop these off and remake these, because this kind of keeps it like a 90 degree, so that might be good to keep. But this is the old map. It's not great. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, if I just sprayed it with some black, it'd be actually not that bad. But see how it's cut nicely up the center here? If I do that on the other one, it might make it a lot easier to get in. But yeah, for the most part, here's where we're at. And then I'm gonna get the red one in here and see what I can do, but I'm gonna try to get all this vacuumed out. Yo, all right, carpet's out, guys. It's over there. Yeah, they're tuning the FD way over there, but yeah, there's the old carpet. This is the Del Sol without a carpet. Basically, I'm just gonna kind of make sure I get all the bolts that I'm gonna need. Check that side of my pocket full of changes. Maybe hit this with the shop vac, and then maybe just spray something down just to wipe it, just so I know that it's been kind of wiped as much as possible. But I'm on a time crunch. I don't even know, to be honest with you. All right, so I got this laying out right now. It's not the best. I should have pulled this out when it was fucking super hot, and but. So this is basically gonna go in the car. I'm gonna take that carpet and lay it on top of this one, see how much I could get it to line up and stuff, and then I'll use that carpet to make little squares and little circles and stuff, so I can see like, okay, the seat's gonna go in this area, and then this whole section's got to get cut, so I got to cut that for the e-brake, and then the shifter and the stereo. And then I think what's gonna happen right about here, because I think this is the driver's, obviously, I'm gonna have to just cut it right down the middle so I can slide it through the center console, and then leave as much as I can so I can flap it over and keep it taut. Maybe use some Velcro, that's what Heath was saying. And then I'm gonna have to see how much of this I could tuck with the seat rails in the back, and then that might get trimmed, but I might just flop that over because the cubbies are back there. So if I can make it nice and taut back there, it should be good. My biggest worry is making sure this area sits in the seat pan, and then I have to get it to like nicely mold in the back because of the cubby. All right, so we're at this far. We got this out. I got this super dirty carpet on this nice one. It's actually holding its form. I actually had the cubbies sitting right here because they come right here. These two little guys right there are actually right about here, and they sat on the back. So I'm gonna take a brown Sharpie, and I'm gonna hold the form a little bit, which I'm really excited. It's actually holding its form really well. Oh man. And then I'm gonna take the Sharpie and I'm gonna draw out the little areas, like the ID of all of these little areas. So I have the seat, the center console, and this. So that way I can cut it with like an X-Acto knife or a sharp blade. And then I have it kind of stenciled before I get it into the car. And then I was gonna leave a lot of this, but they were like, you should trim a little bit of it so I'm not fighting the cubbies when I put it back in. But yeah, still tuning the FD. This thing's spitting fire from every direction. Trying to hit 500 today, but they're gonna rip it again. But yeah, so like I said, this is still gutted. And then yeah, so I'm gonna get to doing this right here. All right, so everything's kind of in its form. Alright, so everything's kind of in its form. So I'm just gonna go in here and just make some marks. Just like this. You know, and I can cut there. And then I can cut right here. You know, and then this is kind of good too. I can just do a little like this, a little like that. Boom, I got there. And then I'm gonna go ahead and do the rest of them just like that. Yo, okay, so I don't even know if I'm going to be able to get this done by tonight, but I'm going to see how far I can get as far as getting the carpet stenciled, and if I can get it in the car, see what I can do at least at that point, and then kind of go from there. Worst case scenario, I can bolt the seat just straight in, and then I can drive home and have that for the weekend and come back Monday and kind of finish the job. That might be something I do so I don't like rush it for the most part, but you never know. Let's see how far I can get.